about Nigerian football, we have to start with this good news, and it has to do with a former Super Eagles player, talking about Tijjani Babangida. We know quite well that the former Super Eagles winger was involved in an accident on the 9th of May and is now recovering well at the hospital. Now, it will be recalled that Tijjani was seen walking about in the hospital in a frame as he had conversations with visitors, and the accident, which occurred along the Zaria-Kaduna Expressway, unfortunately took the life of his younger brother, Ibrahim Babangida, who will be buried today. We can only wish the family strength and comfort at this point in time. But it's good news that Tijjani Babangida is now walking, and we can only wish him a very speedy recovery, as it were. Remember, Tijjani Babangida won gold medal for Nigeria at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, while his late brother Ibrahim won gold medal at the 1993 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Japan. Nigerian legends, and it's good to see Tijjani right there, on his feet. We wish the family strength and solace at this point of their grief. Now, let's move away from there and talk about the Super Eagles job, and that's about the unveiling that happened yesterday, where the Nigerian Football Federation officially unveiled former Ajax star Finidi George as the new head coach of the Super Eagles. Now, the NFF had announced his appointment as the coach about 2 weeks ago, but did not reveal the specifics of the deal. Finidi will be assisted by his former Super Eagles teammate, Daniel Amokachi, former Shooting Stars player Benjamin James, who is based in Germany, and he will also have the services of Mehmet Okud, who will serve as an analyst, alongside Chima Onyeka, who will be the fitness trainer right there. Now, joining me to discuss this and what it means for Nigerian football going forward is a legend of Nigerian football, a former Super Eagles goalkeeper, Abiodun Baruwa. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening, Abiodun.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining the show. Let's delve right into it. The announcement was made 2 weeks ago. The unveiling happened yesterday. It's official now. A quick reaction. What's your take concerning Finidi George at the helm of affairs of the Super Eagles?
It's a very good news. He deserves it. And me and him had a conversation last night. I congratulate him. And it's really worthy because he deserves it. Because he's been part of the team from the last administration, so he's not new into the system. I think he will be fine. He just needs people around him to support him. Luckily, he's got Daniel Amokachi there now, and he's got Austin Guavon as well as the technical director, and Benjamin James, which himself is a very good defender. I have a opportunity to play against him when I was at Kano Pillars, when he was at Shooting Stars, and he's been a coach for a long time in Germany as well. So I think the future is bright for the Super Eagles.
Okay, let me get your thoughts now. That those who are worried that he doesn't have the freedom to make the choices himself, considering the NFF had to unpick Daniel Amokachi as one of his assistants. We'll delve into other assistants in just a bit, but what can you say concerning that, the fact that, the NFF had to pick Amokachi to be one of his assistants? Does that spell, that in the future, there would be interference from the Football Federation concerning probably team selections and other decisions Finidi George will have to make?
I don't think so, because every administration will look for success. If you look at Daniel Amokachi, he's bringing experience into the coaching crew, because he's been there before as a player and as a coach. And that's a big experience to bring into the team. I believe NFL will not interfere with what's going on between Amokachi and Finidi. All they need to do is just sit down together and work out the plan moving forward. And what Amokachi need to understand is that they need to respect Finidi in whatever decision he's trying to go for, and just give him a support, have his own opinion, at the same time support him as the chief coach.
Okay. You talked about, going forward, the need to have the necessary support cast for Finidi George. The question then will be, we have two crucial World Cup qualifiers coming up next month against South Africa, who are probably the biggest challenge we have in that group. And you also have Benin Republic on the other hand. The question to you is simple. What are the changes you expect Finidi George to make, either in terms of team personnel or tactical decisions, to ensure that we win both games, considering we have just 2 points from a possible 6 to the start of our World Cup qualifiers?
The question has to be for Finidi, because he knows the players that he'll be bringing into the team. But apart from that, when you look at the coaching crew,
okay,
I think there's every department. Finidi is more specialized on the wing side. Omokachi is attacker. Benjamin James is a central defender. So bringing three of them together, I think if there's unity, there won't be no problem for the team to perform. That 2 games, we need to get 6 points. It's very important to have 6 points on those 2 games moving forward. And if NFF leave him to go with his own instinct together with his team, which I believe they will, I don't see any reason why they want to interfere with the decision of Finidi and his coaching crew. So the most important thing is the result. These 2 games, we need 6 points moving forward. And from there, they can plan ahead of what's there for the future.
Okay, we'll just leave it there and see how things pan out for Finidi George. Definitely the whole nation is behind him, because Nigeria has to be at the World Cup in 2026, taking place in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. We've been speaking to Abiodun Baruwa, former Super Eagles goalkeeper, a legend of the game right there. Thank you so much for your time on the show this evening.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Now let's turn our attention away from there and talk about, still on national scene, talk about the sport of athletics. And this has to do with the Paris Olympics, talking about the 2024 Paris Olympics, as 3 more Nigerians have qualified for the sport right there, talking about running at the SEC Championship in Florida over the weekend, where the trio of Godson, Ogene Brume, Samuel Ogazi, as well as Ella brought the number of Nigerian track stars heading to Paris to 11. Now, excited by the prospect of more athletes qualifying for the Games, athletes at home are also hoping to join the Olympic train to France. TVC News senior correspondent Solomon Ajizugu has more details.